Hello and welcome to my channel, GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your daily free reading for May the 25th, 2022. And the rain continues here. I've just had 3 black cockatoos fly over. We've got temperance, okay, moderation, patience. Things are shifting and changing form. The big news that's happening on the 25th of May, give or take a day, this could happen on the 24th, depending on where you are in the world, is that Mars is moving into Aries. So this is where the energy is going to shift. You're going to really feel this, but this can also be a volatile point, especially on the world stage. So it's kind of an interesting energy to come around, and interesting that we've got temperance, the card of balance, patience. Things are shifting and changing form. So let's see what else is coming through. But kind of when I was tuning into the reading, I was just getting this sense. Here's the Page of Wands. So this is that Mars in Aries kind of wanting to activate and start something new. But it kind of feels like there's this energy that needs to go somewhere. And that's kind of, the Hermit. And it's all around having, again, like this initial energy when it first comes out, it's kind of like, oh, it needs somewhere to go, but it's saying be patient, be wise with it. It needs somewhere, the Hierophant energy coming through as well. This could potentially be a big commitment. We've got the Devil, interesting. And at the base, the Two of Pentacles. So this is where we are seeing that there's potential for a little bit of misdirected energy around with that Devil. And the Two of Pentacles, interestingly, is about something being quite out of balance, when the Temperance energy is wanting to restore balance and bring something back into balance. So interestingly, with the Hermit right in the center there, this is the card of just being really wise, like retreating, going within, really thinking about some things before you decide to step into it or start, because this is a big commitment. You don't want to be stuck, or you don't want to stay somewhere for too long and not start this. So it's, there feels like there's something really, and it's kind of, finding the balance between the two. Your energies could be stretched. Maybe this is something that's going to take a lot of your time and effort and energy, but you've already got some sort of commitment over here that you could potentially be feeling like you're bound to for whatever reason. Maybe you've got a job and you can't just. There's the black cockatoos. Beautiful, beautiful sound. We've got all these pine trees around and they love them. So, it is that your energy could be feeling a little bit stretched. You could be juggling, trying to go, how can I make this work? How can I start this? How can I activate this? And this is what they're saying is this is the spark of it today. The start of it is going to need some space for it to go, but you don't have to do everything all in one day. So give it some consideration is what it's really saying. It's like dip your toe in, have a sense of how this is feeling for you, and then just go deep within and go, does this feel right for me? So it's this sense of you don't have to throw yourself straight into it straight away, because it needs to feel a little bit grounded as well. It needs to feel like there is some sort of potentially higher purpose to it, or that it's something that you kind of wanting to stick with. So I do feel like there's just some serious consideration about stepping and starting into something new, that there's some messages coming in with this Page of Wands. This is the spark, the ignition of passion, or the ignition of I want to do this. You're looking at it. It's something, right in those initial stages of like conception and going, yep, okay, how can this really work? So, there does need to be some kind of maturity around this. It's kind of interesting. I'm getting the hands. Hands are really interesting, because the Hierophant's got his hand up, the Devil's got his hand out, the Hermit's got his hand up as well, looking for the light and holding the staff. And they're all kind of holding things. They're all kind of, even the Page of Wands is holding a staff, the Hermit's holding a staff, the Hierophant's holding, and the Devil's holding, they're both kind of religious-y kind of things. But it's like, it's showing you like a couple of different, you've got something at this moment in your hands. And sometimes it can feel a little bit, with the Devil energy, it can feel a little bit too hot to handle, it's on fire quite literally. And this energy needs to cool down and calm down, with this Temperance energy, dipping the toe in the water, cooling something down. So this is where the energy can be a little bit too hot to handle, but it's like just kind of let everything settle down. You've got it. You've got the idea, or you've got this motivation, you've got it in your hand, but it does need to be like I said, it's about managing the energy today, but hold on to that spark. Hold on to the spark. And yeah, the balance will be restored. Things will start to flow again. But water, the water energy is what's needed here to help cool this down. So this can be connecting to spirit. It can be just even being around, out and about near water, bodies of water, showers, baths, swimming, anything to do with that. But it's also just representative of your emotions and how you're feeling, just checking back in with how you're feeling. And if there are some big emotions coming up, let them come up, but let them come up and out, let them flow. But at the same time, it's like also just let them kind of ride that peak of the wave and then let the wave go back down again. So it's when you're feeling the intensity of an emotion, emotions do come in those waves. So it's just understanding that that's happening. But yeah, it feels exciting. Like, it does feel exciting. There's something new coming in. You're trying to make space for this. It potentially could be ruffling a few. It's, shifting the energy. So it's causing this energy imbalance because it's ruffling the feathers of things, saying this is coming in, like it or not, ready or not, this energy. But yeah, I mean, the Mars in Aries, Mars is also the planet that rules anger. It rules wars. It rules motivation, action, initiation. It can rule a lot of those things. And with Jupiter in Aries as well, wanting to expand and grow any of these sort of things, this is where you can see it's at this point, a 0-degree point of Aries, which is the world stage. And so this is where you can see some volatility happening around that world stage energy. So, but this is like, you've got something, hold on to it. This idea is a good one, and the energy will settle down. It will get directed in, and it needs to be something that you really want to be doing, because Jupiter will expand it. So, yeah. This is why the initial energy needs to kind of just be, like I said, patient. It will shift and change form, and it needs to be wise, and there's no rush. And this is something that you might like to spend a bit of time thinking about. So that's it. That's the energy for May the 25th. And like I said, give or take a day, depending on where you are in the world, these energies can all merge into each other. But yeah, that's kind of what's happening. And then the starting gates off, we're going to be all stations go once this starts gaining momentum, this energy of Mars in Aries. So that's it. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.